Hello everyone, welcome back to the Traveling Merchant. Wanted to give a quick update on where I'm at on the Godzilla Suit Build. As you can see, I've got most of his dorsal fins all cut out. These were from the last time I had tried to start this project, and I mean obviously they're still good. I just had to shrink them down to size a little bit because I made a much larger scale for these, so I've had to cut and get them right back down to the right size. There's all my trimmings. The other thing I did, I don't remember if I showed this last time, but this is the back, and I have all the spines laid out. The other thing too is, if you can tell, I built a cork for where his tail is going to be. I just used the old mattress that we had laying around, did a rough estimate on the size to get the right circumference for the piece. I had to trim it down quite a bit because my estimation was a little too big, but that was okay. You can see I put some holes in to try to help lighten it a little bit, because without those it was extremely heavy. I mean, for the weight of this, I mean, I'm worried about it tearing in places. So what I'm probably going to do next is, on all these seams and stuff, I'm going to put strips across and make sure everything holds together and stays strong. Touch up on the inside, make sure everything's snug, nothing's going to tear. I'll keep it pretty thin pieces of foam, because I actually got in this not long ago, and it is like just is just the right size. I have enough room to move, but without needing to put any real padding in here to bulk it out, so that way it doesn't sink in and look goofy. But I'm gonna have to still definitely go through on every one of these seams and put, like, essentially band-aids and strips of foam to make sure nothing tears and wants to pull apart. I did figure out, I believe, the name of the correct glue for doing foam is Foam Fast 74, I believe, 74 or 77, one of the two. And it works better with doing foam. Problem is it's like $30 a can, which is, it's a little out of my price range. So again, like I tell everyone on my channel, do what you can with what you got. So I've been using stuff that I get from Walmart in the form of Loctite, spray adhesive, it's all-purpose stuff, and Gorilla Glue. So I've just been doing a little extra heavy on the coats to make sure it doesn't start doing that. I'm gonna have to go back through on all these and touch up on stuff. But once I get all the detail stuff on the outside, it'll start holding it together too. So with that extra on the inside and then on the outside, it should work okay. The other thing I started working on besides the dorsal fins was the tail. I did a rough, like I said, I did a rough sketch for the diameter, circumference, and I put it on cardboard first, and then I did, like, you know, a couple, maybe an inch gap between each one. So if this was, like, say the cutout I made on cardboard, I would do the same shape and just keep shrinking it by this much each time, going in and in and in and in and in. This is probably a better example of how it looks. So you see they all kind of got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually I think I'm going to use this as the tail tip, because it's like the perfect shape and I didn't have to worry about it. This one from one of the holes I cut out from the bottom of the tail. Hey, Gearies. Hey, bye-byes. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far. The dorsal fins are going to have to wait for me to, I got to print out and cut some more things to shape. The back, that was the other thing I was going to do. I was going to show you guys. So I'm still going to do the piece of foam on the inside. That's going to meet in the middle, and that's going to be the crack right in the middle for me to get in and out. And then I'll put Velcro on the back of this, and the back of the 2 pieces of foam that'll be right here. And so the Velcro will be able to take the whole dorsal plate off, and I'll be able to slide right out. I was going to do a zipper right in the middle, right here, where it would be. Probably zoom out a little bit, but it'd be about right there in the middle. But I figured zipper will probably tear the foam, depending on how thick or how thin I make this. So what I was thinking of doing is I'll just get Velcro straps, and I'll glue them along the inside here and to the actual foam that's sticking out here. And then I'll just be Velcroed in, or not Velcro, sorry. I'll just do buckle straps inside, and then I'll have a piece of Velcro holding the dorsal plates on the back. And I got these from Walmart too. They're pretty big. They're these Velcro strong, like 10-pound ones, and it gave me enough to work with. It's 5 feet. So if I do chunks and put them at, you know, specific, at different intervals, I may need more, but I think just a few Velcro straps along each piece should be enough to make sure that I don't lose my dorsal plate. But I can also easily get in and out of the thing, because this thing is turning into a monster of a build right now. Pun intended. So right now all I'm working on is getting these tail pieces cut out, and then these tail pieces cut out to shape. And then from there, I'm not sure what to do, because I have to wait until we get paid again before I go and try and, before I go get some more foam to get the legs finished down here. And then I got to start working on the head too, but I'm saving that one for last, because I want to make sure that one's the one I want to make sure looks the best, because all the rest of this can look okay. Like all the details and everything can look okay, but if the head looks goofy, then it won't matter what the rest of the body looks like, to me anyways. So that's gluing right now. That's where my legs will end up being. The holes definitely helped make it a little lighter. So let's see, what am I missing here? Yeah, so then I guess the next phase will be the legs, and then the feet. I'm just cutting out the tail right now because I have the material to do it. I think because with the excess material I do have, I might have enough to get these pieces of foam in here. I'm not sure yet. So once I figure out how much I have left, because I also want to use what's left of these pieces, like I have half a mattress basically left, I want to carve the head out of that. So I don't know if it's going to work very well, but it sure seems a heck of a lot easier than trying to make the head, carving it at least to shape with the foam like this, and then doing the detail stuff later. I've got an idea for that, than trying to do like a clay, like getting clay, I think it's WED clay, Walt Disney, whatever style clay. It's for making really good detailed monster faces and masks and stuff. And then you'd have to make a mold, and then you have to cast the mold, and then you'd have to put latex in it and stuff, and then yeah, to me that just seems like a lot more effort than what I intend to do. So what I intend to do is I'm going to take pieces of foam like this, glue them all together, make it a really thick piece, and then slowly chip away, cutting away each piece until I get a rough shape of the head. And when I like the shape of the head, when it fits the size of the suit, it doesn't look too big or too small, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get what's called clay foam. It is, sounds just like it sounds. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's clay foam, or at least it's foam that is malleable like clay. And you can do your detail work with that. And then when it solidifies, you can get a rotary tool and carve in the details that way. So I'm going to use this as a rough outline for the head. Probably put some holes through it to make it a little lighter, but I don't know. I'll probably have to just. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I have to do. So for the neck, that foam is so thin, it's more like a skin than anything. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to build like a frame for around the neck to hold the head up out of EVA foam. Since EVA foam's a little stiffer, and I can make it to where it's like I could have shoulder pads on my shoulders, and then build a vertical thing straight up along the neck on the inside there, gluing it to shape. You see that? Like it'll glue it to that shape. And then that way, when the head rests, it's not going to collapse the neck, and the head will rest on my shoulders, or maybe a helmet or something. I don't know. I think the shoulder thing seems a little bit easier to manage than trying to putting a helmet on it or whatever, a helmet, and then put the head on my head. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far. It's coming along pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Just like I said, I think the next thing I need to do is I need to cut these out, get all of them cut, get all of these cut to shape. And then once they're cut out, I need to punch one hole for I'm going to use a vacuum hose that I got off Amazon. It's about 2 inches, so these are way bigger, but that was a rough area idea. So I'll do about 2-inch hole, get all these put through the vacuum hose, and then we'll have a really good idea of what the tail looks like. So I guess a quick summary of everything I have to do is, with what I have, I need to finish the tail, getting the tail cut out at least. I've got the main part of the tail glued to the frame of the body. I will need to finish getting the what's left of the little dorsal plates and the one big one cut out of what's left of this foam from the other mattress. Then after that, I have to take spare pieces like this, these nice thin pieces, and I'm going to go through the inside and glue everything one more time to make sure that everything is solid on the inside and the foam isn't going to tear from the weight, because it's already starting to get pretty heavy, even just that base for the tail at the bottom. So let's see, what else is next? After I get the dorsal plates get out, I'm not sure I want to glue them to the spine yet, or to that back piece. I'm not sure, because I want to make sure that my Velcro straps and everything works well. So I think I'll just focus on getting the foam on the inside, so that way I can put the Velcro straps and this Velcro and the straps on the inside and on that piece, and then I'll test it to see if I can get in and out of it without any issues. But we'll see. So that's where I'm at so far. Thanks again for tuning in to the Traveling Merchant. If you like what you see, you like seeing how this project's coming along, please like, comment, subscribe, and please share. Please share with anybody who you know who is interested in this kind of content, who likes DIY, cosplay, costumes, Halloween, Godzilla, kaiju, whatever. Anything, please share it with your friends and family. Everything that you do helps me continue to make content like this. So thanks again for tuning in. This is a little longer than usual, but that's just because I wanted to give a rough estimate on what's coming next. And it may be maybe another week before I post, because I have to once again order the extra foam and other things I need. And that's going to take a couple days, maybe 2 weeks at most to get in. So I will let you know. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you next time.